I'm so glad you could join me today for another Bible story time. And Rupert's here today too. Would you like to say hello to Rupert? Rupert's here because he wants to tell you about what happened last night. In fact, where he spent last night. Well, Rupert, I thought you would have spent last night in your kennel. Oh, he didn't. What happened, Rupert? You see, last night we had a big storm. Sydney's had lots of big storms lately, haven't they? Or hasn't it? And on Rupert's farm, there was a big storm. And Rupert decided it would be much nicer to be inside the farmhouse than in his kennel, didn't you? So when the storm started, Rupert did something, didn't you? Rupert ran to the door of the farmhouse and he barked loudly. Could you bark loudly? Oh, Jeff, thank you for such good barking. Rupert barked loudly and the farmer's wife let Rupert come inside the house. And that's where Rupert spent the night. He felt so safe and comfortable. He was not outside in the storm, but safely inside the farmer's house. Is that right? And in the morning, the storm had gone, hadn't it? And what did you say to the farmer's wife? Oh, that's so good, Rupert. Rupert said thank you to the farmer's wife for letting him stay safe and sound inside the farmer's house. Well, last week we heard about a man and his family, 8 of them all together, who were kept safe and sound by God inside a boat. And that was during a time when there was an enormous storms and lots of water covering the earth. Can you remember the name of that man? Well, Jeff is going to tell us a little bit more about that. And so let's hear what Jeff has to say about that now.
Did you remember the name of the man Jill told you about last week? Yes, it was Noah. And do you remember the special job which God had for Noah? Yes, God told Noah to build an ark, a very big boat. So Noah obeyed God and built the ark. Then he put food in the ark for his family and for the animals and the birds which were to go into the ark. After they were all inside, God shut the door. Then what happened? It rained and rained until the whole earth was covered with water. But God kept Noah and his family, the animals and the birds safe inside the ark. Now I am going to tell you what happened next. Well, the water covered everything in the world, even the tops of the mountains. Finally, the rain stopped. After many days, the water went down until there was dry land. God said, "Noah, come out of the ark. Bring your wife and your sons and their wives with you. Bring the animals and birds out from the ark too. They can have little ones, and there will be more people, animals, and birds." So they all came out of the ark. Noah and his family were happy to be on dry land. Noah wanted to thank God for keeping him and his family safe during the flood. So Noah built a special place with big stones. This place was called an altar. It was a place to thank and worship God. Noah and his family praised God. Noah thanked God for keeping him and his family safe. God was very happy when Noah thanked him. God made a special promise called a covenant to Noah. God said that the whole earth would never again be all covered with water. Then God put a rainbow in the sky to help people remember this promise. Every time we see a beautiful rainbow, we can remember God's promise. We can thank God too, just like Noah did.
Hello boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed learning about those very important events which happened on the earth long ago. And I hope that you will be like Noah, that you will obey God, worship Him and thank Him. Thanks for watching. Have a good week. Bye.